I do believe there's a significant opportunity for academia and academics, particularly in the business schools and potentially faculties of health, to actively start examining what are the opportunities in this Africa Free Trade Agreement. What are the opportunities to support governments, organizations, and businesses, and to start to monitor and build business cases and advance their expertise and wealth of wisdom in this uncertain time? The outcome and the long term plan of a sustainable solution for healthcare and free trade across the continent is a laudable one, a positive one, and will happen, must happen, and it's necessary for the continent. But I think what needs to be done at this stage is academia needs to actively support this process, and whether it be as simple as opinion pieces or consulting for the various government agencies and bodies involved in the process, or as actively involved in building case studies, commentaries, and dialogues across various institutions and countries with an intent to share knowledge, skills, and experiences so that we can do this together. There may be some conflicting perspectives and interests, but if we can put that aside for a moment and say the macro need of the countries and the people of Africa are coming first, then I think we can create some very positive outcomes. And this not only needs to happen by the academics themselves directly doing that, but creating an opportunity and platforms for these dialogues in the classrooms, whether virtually or in person, in their teaching environments, to start stimulating the young minds, whether at an undergraduate or postgraduate level, to say, are you considering this? Has it crossed your mind? Do you believe you can contribute? Because there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of undergrads and graduates who are involved in some level of learning as well as research for their various academic programs. And some of that research needs to be influenced, at least by academia, to say, this is what the continent requires. This is what we as a people require. This is how we can change lives on a day-to-day basis. What can you find that is interesting? What can you contribute that's relevant, whether it be macro discussions or micro implementation research, but something that's relevant to impactful and sustainable research that focuses on what can be done using this Africa Free Trade Agreement as a baseline or a reference point to saying the country and these continents or these organizations, institutions, and business need to pivot in a particular direction, or they're doing well and you can accelerate what you're doing in a particular direction, or they've identified these lacks or needs, and these need to be fulfilled either by DFIs or the institutions or governments or a combination of various agencies, but at least actively participate by looking into the research, looking at what's happening on the ground, and actively contributing to that. And that would be a massive positive positioning, not just for the academics and their students, but the commitments by the institution to take a leading role and a collective collaborative role across institutions to participate in what is necessary in the continent